Greetings, my esteemed viewers. So today you're probably here because you want to know how to set up your PC after building it. For instance, installing drivers, the operating system, and even running some benchmark tests to see how it's going. And also, just before you do this, make sure to check out all your connections and PC, like even in pre-builds or if you build it. Anyways, let's get right into it. So the first thing you're wanna gonna do is that obviously you're gonna turn on the PC, right? So I'm assuming by now you're gonna have checked all the connections and stuff, right? You better hope so, because otherwise the PC might not run anyways. So when you boot up the PC, it's going to go into the BIOS. So the BIOS is an integral part of the motherboard. So let's get right into that. So for this specific BIOS, we'll be using our example, the Fartex Iron 56 PC, which comes in black and white, by the way. It doesn't matter which style you have since it has the same specifications but a different aesthetic. You can find more about the Iron 56 PC at our poster link, which the link will be below. Anyways, so let's get into the BIOS and let's teach you about it, okay? And from there, we'll go and install the operating system and stuff to get it running. All right, so let's get right into it. So as you can see here, this is the BIOS menu. As soon as you turn on your PC, you'll see this. So basically, you can tell like information and stuff about your PC here. Like here's the information type, you'll see CPU, which in this certain example, it's the Ryzen 9 956X 16 core CPU, which is a pretty good CPU. But in 156 PC, which we Artec have sold to you, you will have the 7800 XT3. Now the 7800 XT3 is a perfect CPU for gaming due to the 3D cache it has, which gives a good performance boost over many other CPUs. Now, other than that, you'll see the CPU frequency here, which is the speed, and the memory frequency, which is for the RAM, which is the random accessible memory. The temperatures for both of them, system temperature, and you'll see the voltage. Now, the temperature is important because if your CPU reaches a certain threshold of temperature, like 90-95 degrees, most modern CPUs, your CPU will automatically turn off in order to prevent damage. So you have to keep that temperature low. So make sure you have your CPU fans running. Speaking of CPU fans, you can see Gigabyte Smart Fan 6 feature. So here you can there's a range of values you can adjust for your fan, and those will adjust the fan's power depending on what temperature your CPU is. So it's a pretty useful thing. You'll see your peripherals here, including SSDs. This is the one we have, the 99 Pro, except we have the 4 TB version. It's a good sequence here. Now this will come handy in a bit. This is a bunch of features, QFlash, SPD. You can use QFlash to update your BIOS and stuff. And you can see your default status right here, which is the 16 gigabyte as seen here. But you will also have the 6 gigabyte in 4 of them. And at the top you'll see a bunch of tabs. Now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna uh, get a USB and either get an old computer or a laptop, doesn't matter which. Go to Chrome or any browser really on that laptop or computer and go to Windows Media Creation Tool for Windows 11. Now there, you can download Windows 11 onto your USB stick, okay? Then you're gonna wanna insert it into the computer. Now restart the computer and automatically, since our computer is much more smarter than older computers and stuff, it's more advanced, it'll automatically have a boot sequence right into the OS operating system. But of course, first you have to Windows downloaded. Now let's get right back at you once you're downloaded with Windows 11. Alright, so now you can sign into your Windows account, or if you're using a local account, doesn't really matter. So what you're gonna wanna do is go to Microsoft Edge, or if you've already installed Google Chrome, then go there, and go to the official NVIDIA app, which is where I am currently here, as you can see. So we're gonna install the main drivers first, the graphics driver. So you in the Iron 56 PC have the RTX 5080 from ASUS. So we'll go down here and just search up drivers, by the way. NVIDIA drivers, you'll just find it. So go here, go click GeForce RTX 50 series. Oh, it's already input in. So you'll see RTX 5080 in this, and then just click Windows 11. And whatever your language is, just install in that. So you click find here, and for it to load. Oh, it's taking a while. So there's two types of drivers, all right? There's the studio drivers and there's the game ready drivers. Now, if you're a content creator, install studio drivers since they're optimal for content creation and videos and whatnot, especially for editing, since editing takes a lot of work. Or if you're just a gamer, then you can do the game drivers as they automatically update for games and utilize your GPU to its fullest performance. Of course, you can also do both the drivers also in case you're a gamer and a content streamer. There's no harm in that. So you're just gonna go down here, whatever it is, you click the whatever the latest game ready driver is. Make sure it's 64. Also here it's already says 64. You don't need to worry about that. So click view and load. Mhm. So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna wanna install this program depending on your PC. You can also read some random stuff here, like whatever you wanna read, doesn't matter. Anyways, so you're also gonna wanna install the NVIDIA app. So the NVIDIA app has a lot of useful stuff, like lots of features like DLSS, which is like AI upscaling. So it utilizes your GPU performance even more. So it's pretty useful app. I recommend you install it. Anyways, so after you've done this, let's move on to installing other ones like the chipset drivers, motherboard drivers, etc. Now let's go on to the website, alright? So you're just gonna want 1 minute. Alright. So just search up Gigabyte X870E motherboard drivers. And I'll just show you that in 1 minute so you can see where to go and what not. Alright, so let's get right back into it. So now we're installing the motherboard drivers. Now the motherboard drivers are pretty important too, by the way. So go to this, the X870E Rosalite Wi-Fi 7 at the official Gigabyte website. Make sure it's official website. There's a lot of copies out there. You don't want getting any malware. You go down here, make sure to set it to Windows 11 64-bit. And do install the audio driver, even if you have speakers or headphones. Even those can sound better with the audio driver. So make sure to download all of these drivers. Planner both for networking and internet. This is for wireless and this is for like Ethernet. So the chipset is for the CPU, so the CPU has no problems working. This is for the HDD and SSDs, which you might connect later on, and USB, which includes peripherals and so on. So there's also BIOS updates. So BIOS updates are important. However, usually they don't necessarily need to be updated. I wouldn't suggest updating them that much either because if anything goes wrong during the update, your entire system can be corrupted. And trust me, that's a pain. I've been in there, and yeah, you do not want to do that. So unless you really have an issue with your BIOS, like maybe your RAM is not being registered for some reason, or your boot device won't work, and you think a BIOS update could fix that, don't do BIOS updates. Don't go to the trouble. Anyways, it's actually pretty dark out. It's pretty dark out. It's probably raining. Speaking of rain, here's a little tidbit. So, if there's ever a storm, you know how the power sometimes goes out? So in the event of a power, I'd suggest you either get a surge. You might get a power surge. So you should probably unplug your computer, as when the power comes back on, the voltage is usually higher than normal, and that can fry your PC parts, and you do not want to go through that, because then your PC might not even turn on sometimes. So either get a surge protector, which there's plenty of, or you can simply just unplug your computer. Anyways, thanks for thanks for reviewing my video, and I hope you have a nice time running your new computer. Oh, and also, the ARM56 PC also comes with the Spider-Man 2 game, and I hope you can trust us with that because the Spider-Man runs perfect on the 5080 and magnificent 7800 XT CPU. I hope you enjoy using your PC, and as always, don't forget to leave a like, comment on this video, and also you can also call us on the helpline at or go to the website at www.fartech.com, and there you can put any support which you might need. So, anyways, have a good day with your PC, and I'll see you guys later in whatever next video. See ya.